I'm going to keep my goals a secret until I actually succeed and see if I can pull it off without spilling the beans. You know, have you ever felt that rush of excitement and motivation when you share your goals with friends and family, only to find yourself losing steam and accountability soon after? That's exactly what we're going to talk about today: the power of keeping your goals secret until you succeed. When we share our goals too early, it can be a recipe for disaster. We often get flooded with unsolicited advice, criticism, and even jealousy from others. It's like we think we're getting support, but in reality, we're getting distracted. We start to doubt ourselves, and before we know it, our motivation starts to wane. And let's be honest, when we share our goals, we tend to get a lot of validation and recognition, which can actually make us feel like we've already accomplished something. We start to feel like we're done, even when we haven't even started. What's even more challenging is that when we share our goals, we feel like we're accountable to others. But in reality, we're not really accountable to anyone. We're just accountable to our own ego, and that's not a strong enough reason to keep pushing forward. So we start to procrastinate, and before we know it, our goals are left unaccomplished. The worst part is that when we share our goals too early, we start to focus on seeking approval and validation from others rather than focusing on the actual work. We spend more time talking about what we're going to do rather than actually doing it. And that's exactly why I believe that keeping your goals secret until you succeed is a game changer. There have been numerous psychological studies that have shown that when we keep our goals private, we're more likely to achieve them. One study in particular found that when participants wrote down their goals and shared them with a friend, they were less likely to achieve them than those who kept their goals private. Why? Because when we share our goals, we tend to get a sense of premature completion, which reduces our motivation to actually achieve them. I've seen this play out in my own life, and I've seen it in the lives of many successful individuals who have kept their goals private until they achieved them. Take, for example, the story of J.K. Rowling, who wrote much of the first Harry Potter book in secret, hiding it from even her own family. She kept her goal of becoming a published author private until she had actually achieved it, and look what happened. Or take the story of Chris Gardner, who went from being a struggling single father to becoming a successful stockbroker. He kept his goal of becoming a stockbroker private, even when he was living in a homeless shelter with his son. He didn't share his goal with anyone until he had actually achieved it, and it was only then that he felt the sense of pride and accomplishment that came with achieving his goal. There's something powerful about keeping our goals private until we achieve them. It's like we're not seeking validation or recognition from others. We're seeking to prove to ourselves that we can do it. We're not trying to get approval from others. We're trying to get approval from ourselves. And that's what creates a fundamental shift in our mindset. When we keep our goals private, we're forced to rely on our own inner motivation and drive. We're forced to focus on the actual work rather than seeking approval and validation from others. And that's exactly what leads to success. So, I want to leave you with a challenge today. Try keeping your goals secret until you succeed and see what happens. Thanks for watching, and if you're feeling inspired to keep your goals secret, I want to hear from you in the comments below. Share your own experiences with keeping goals private, and let's support each other on our journey to success. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more content on personal development and goal-achieving strategies. I'll see you in the next video.